Hello, welcome to another ramble. Please excuse the external noises. I have no control over that. Um, I wanted to make a quick video on if you're feeling down or depressed or really heavy. I think it's a natural cycle of life, and you just need to allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling. And keep in mind that, everything is a cycle or a season, and this too shall pass. I know that sounds like really, really, I don't know, this too shall pass. It really does pass. I mean, when you're in an uncomfortable situation, it feels like forever before it passes. But I think all it takes is getting to a point where you're tired of feeling a certain way and making that mental shift. And a lot of times when we're feeling dark or depressed or a lot of heaviness around us, it's usually because our clarity is clouded. And so you're looking for clarity, you know? Um, it's kind of like if you're in a dark room and there's no light, it's hard to see what is around you, right? But if you turn the light on, then it's a little easier for you to see what's going on. So, like I said, if you're feeling down or depressed or heavy or sad or in a place of darkness, just know that it's just a cycle, that you need to move through. Listen to what it's trying to tell you, because it's obviously there to tell you something. And when you're ready to make a mental shift and you're ready to move on from that and seek clarity, just ask the answer. No, ask the questions and the answers will appear. And the answers appear in many different forms if you're aware of it. So I'm speaking from personal experience because I have become very intimate with depression. I know depression very well. I know heaviness very well. I know darkness very well. And for me, it just, after some time of sitting in it, I just decide, I don't want to feel this way anymore. And I proactively shift my state of mind and I ask for clarity. And it's happened so many times that I can't even deny that, like I said, if you ask the questions, answers will appear. You'll get the support that you need. For me, it's come in version of people. It's come in the version of reading material. Like I could find somehow be drawn to a book on my bookshelf that I haven't picked up in years, and I'll pick it up and I'll turn to a particular page and it'll deliver an answer to me that is very applicable to where I am currently in life. And it gives me like a whole new viewpoint on, you know, how I'm supposed to shift and how I'm supposed to move in order to grow. So yeah, just it's really hard to be hopeful and positive when you're feeling heavy and depressed, but just know that it passes eventually. And you have a lot of support everywhere in many different forms. Like, I don't know if your mind functions similarly to me, but I look for signs, like it could be like a plant or an animal or, like a street sign or, like I said, a book, or I'll click on YouTube and in my feed, there's just like an array of videos that are in relation to the question I've been asking, and somehow I get answers. I think prayer and gratitude is very um, essential tools also to help. Just pray and ask for guidance, or ask for strength, or ask for courage, or ask for patience, or ask for clarity. And once you clear yourself and you allow yourself to be receptive, answers definitely flow in to help you to move through your transition. Because that's all it is, right? It's just a transition. Everything is a transition. Even when you're happy, that's a transition. If you're feeling peace, it's a transition. If you're feeling anger or irritation, that's a transition. If you're feeling sad, it's not, it's a very momentary thing. It's sometimes a moment lasts longer than others, but it's definitely momentary. Um, some of the things that came up in my feed recently, I thought it was really interesting. It's like, how did this appear? you know? People I just never really even thought to like look up, or channels I never even knew existed, just popped up into my feed, and I'm just like, holy moly, this is like, this is in alignment to like what I needed to hear in order to like balance myself again. And it's all about like trying to maintain balance, trying to maintain equilibrium. You don't want to like for instance, like life has highs and lows. I mean, I think that's a given, you know. That's what it is. It's a roller coaster ride. It's riding the wave. But I think what helps you to be resilient and diligent through the ups and downs and phases and cycles is fostering an attitude of gratitude, and also just kind of trying to maintain equilibrium and just being balanced, and not allowing the waves or the roller coaster to take you for a ride, you know, just maintaining. And I guess that's what that quote means, when peace is when you I don't know, you can be amidst chaos but still like be very composed and stable. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. Anyways, going back to what I was talking about. So videos were appearing in my YouTube feed that I wasn't looking for, or was I? Was I looking for them on a subconscious level, on a spiritual level? Maybe, probably, yes. But I came across this Navajo Indian, and he has this whole channel with stories. And there's I don't know, a couple of them that really, really like stood out in my mind, and I wanted to share them. The first one was how they believe that man isn't isn't a good man when they're born into the world, is not good. And that really like was profound to me, because all this time I've been kind of led to believe that you always look for the good in people. And when he was saying that they don't believe that people are good, but the purpose of life is to work towards goodness, I was just blown away by that. Because like I said, I was led to believe that, even if somebody is doing something bad to you, to just look for the good in them. And that might be part true, but that also gives you excuses to excuse unexcusable behavior in someone. Like if somebody is abusing you, you just keep, making the excuse of, well, I'm just looking for the good in them. And I can see how that can be like appropriate at certain times and under certain circumstances. But if I were to like approach life in the way this Navajo Indian was presenting it, and he was saying how all humans basically come into the world bad, and we're all working towards becoming good, becoming generators of peace, becoming generators of love and happiness. If you look at it in that way, I guess that kind of like helps you to understand people, and be more compassionate, I suppose, and just know that we all like started at this base level, and we're all just trying our best in every moment to like ascend and rise out of the darkness, and move towards lighter emotions, lighter energy. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I have no idea. By the way, these cherries are so good. I feel like cherries are one of my favorite fruits. It's not my ultimate favorite, but it's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, so I guess that's all I wanted to say. If you're interested in the Native Indian stories, I will link this channel below. You can check it out for yourself. But ever since I was a kid, I love stories. And if you think about stories, I feel are a really good way of, how do I say, it's a very effective method for mental transference, I don't know, transfer mentally, ideas and belief systems, and then I think the more invested you are in the belief of whether a story is real or not, you make it real. You start living it. You start like creating principles and guidelines and systems that actually line up with the story. So that's why, like, if you think about it, we're all storytellers. We tell ourselves stories. That's why we're living the lives we're living. On a larger scale, the media, they're storytellers. They're telling you all these stories, and it's just up to you to be able to discern, like, what stories you want to believe and what stories you want to invest in and what stories you feel will, benefit your journey and the journey of people around you. I feel like the stories that uplift, the stories that give you more clarity, the stories that help you foster more peace and understanding and compassion and wisdom, I feel like those are the stories I want to invest in, because I don't know, I just want good things for everyone, and including myself, because I'm part of this whole creation. But yeah, if you learned something from this video, great. If you didn't learn anything, that's great too. I'm just putting the information out there. Have a beautiful day, and blessings to one and all. Amen.